and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark, and today I get to check out the French Blu-ray release of Dangerous Encounters of the First Kind, aka Don't Play with Fire, released by Spectrum Films. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. Now, here's a Tsui Hark movie that I have been chasing down for some time, and only recently we were in Paris. I popped into a few DVD stores. They have quite a number. France obviously love their physical media, which is just wonderful. But I did find Dangerous Encounters of the First Kind in this store, and I thought now's the time, if any. This was the title that I want to pick up. I had to behave myself because there was quite a few Spectrum Films releases that I really wanted, but this was the one that I have been dying to see for some time. Tsui Hark's 1980 film that came out around the time of the likes of Butterfly Murders, We're Going to Eat You, and I have those two movies. I just could never get my hands on this one. So very excited to finally get it. Of course, as we know with Spectrum Films, there's no English subtitles, but still just that excitement of having it in my hands finally. I couldn't contain myself. I had to pick this up. I don't know what's going to be on here because of course I didn't translate all the bonus features there. I will try to do that with you as soon as possible, but I'm very excited to check this out. Also known as Don't Play with Fire, a videotape that I have seen kicking around on eBay, although whoever's selling it is asking for ridiculous money, but I was hoping to have that on time. If I picked it up, of course, have it to share on this video with that, but the price was just far too much there. But this is gorgeous, very excited. Number 517 there of a limited amount. I don't know how many to confirm that there, but yes, French or Cantonese language with French subtitles. In terms of its other bonus features there, we have got a presentation by Arnaud Lanakou. Again, am I getting that right? Who knows? I keep threatening to talk with him and get this sorted. Commentary by Podcast on Fire. Interviews with Albert Oy, Paul Chu, Oh Sing Poi, Tsui Hark, Zido Chakhan, and Christophe van den Troost. Director's cut, maybe some with Tsui Hark there, a trailer with Tsui Hark, and a presentation of the director's cut on Blu-ray. Oh, on Blu-ray too. Oh, maybe we're getting two versions here. Okay, very excited. Okay, one more look at that cover again, flipping that round just to let you see how exciting this could be. Wow. Okay, let's see, getting stuck into it straight away. Yes, we do. We have got two discs here. We've got the director's cut and we have got the international version here. Fan-friggin-tastic. I knew this was the right buy. Oh my god, how amazing is that? No, yes, they're due. Oh my gosh, wow, this gets even better. Okay, this is the cover that obviously is on the slip, as you can see, but now I get the chance to flip that right round to this alternate cover, as you can see here, which is fabulous. Fan-friggin-tastic. Wow. Oh my god, I know what I'm doing tonight, that's for sure. Absolutely wonderful. Very excited for that. Very excited that there's two discs and two different versions. Okay, comes with this booklet, as you can see, and on the back here, this pretty damn cool shot. Don't know what to expect here. Again, it's a movie I've been dying to see for so long. I have read reviews on it. I've read through certain amounts of Hong Kong movie books about this film, but never had the chance. But wow, now I've got it. I'm very excited. Although there's no English subs, I have a funny feeling I will grasp what is going on here. But yeah, Tsui Hark is absolutely one of my all-time favorite directors of any cinema. Not just Hong Kong cinema, but in terms of just the world, he is a genius. Very short-lived book there, but still great to have. Not much more to share with you, but I am going to go completely check out everything on here, come right back and let you know what I think. So, just back after checking out the Spectrum Films Blu-ray release of Dangerous Encounter, First Kind, aka Don't Play With Fire, and my god, what a movie. Just simply incredible. Actually, probably one of my favourite Tsui Hark movies, if I'm being totally honest. And it really doesn't matter which version you watch, because both are just as intense, and nihilistic is a word I've heard used for this many, many times. It's brutal. Like, it is a brutal, brutal movie. Now, there's 2 discs, of course, I shared that with you. You have the theatrical cut and then the director's cut. I have what says here, the director's cut. Yet, interestingly, on the other disc that I have here in there, it states this is the director's cut, while the disc I put in here states that it's the international cut. Very interesting. I'm guessing there's perhaps been a misprint on both discs there, because this one that I do have in is the more intense version. The longer version, it's fucking gritty as anything, honestly. Okay, first of all, though, the other disc, then let's call that the theatrical version. That ran for 96 minutes. Of course, just all in Cantonese with French, removable French subtitles there. Beautiful HD print. Thoroughly enjoyed watching it, but I did watch it with the Podcast on Fire audio commentary. Now, this audio commentary doesn't run for the whole movie, which kind of threw me, because there was times where they were talking about, like at the start of the movie, for example, of that international cut, we have an early on scene with Interpol sitting around a table. Here we have a young Tsui Hark, John Sham, Ronnie Yu, Stephen Shin, Alex Chung, and in the audio commentary they talk about how they haven't seen Ronnie Yu pop up there. As soon as they mention that, he appears in the next scene, and they don't even go, oh, there he is. So I kind of guess that audio commentary wasn't done specifically to the timing of that movie in itself there. But again, very, very informative piece. Definitely worth listening to and checking out if you get this, because it's pretty much the only way, unless you understand Cantonese or French, that you're going to be able to watch this with a bit of English there, for example. Then you have got the presentation by Arnaud Lanacu, who normally does presentations for each of the Spectrum Films releases. That runs for just under 15 minutes in length, shot and location in Hong Kong, and of course delivered all in French. Now, with that other disc there, you also have interviews with some of the actors. Albert O, that runs for, gosh, that's quite lengthy, runs for about 45 minutes. Unfortunately, again, all in Cantonese, no English subtitles, but optional French subs. But a fantastic interview, I'm guessing, at that length, giving a full insight to what that movie's all about and his experiences on it, no doubt. Then you have an amazing interview with Paul Che. Now, Paul Che is this guy here on the back, the big, tall, lanky guy you've seen in 60 odd Hong Kong movies. Wonderful, wonderful piece, delivered in English. Very, very fun guy. Runs for just under 27 minutes in length, but an absolute, genuinely pleasing bonus to have. I really loved that, and I will go back and watch it again. It was that entertaining with him. He sounds like a wonderful, wonderful man. And then you have an interview with Oh Sing Poi, the director of Joey Wong's An Eye for an Eye, which I covered recently on the channel there, with that Blu-ray release from Vinegar Syndrome. But again, unfortunately delivered in Cantonese with only French subtitles. He does have a great interview on that Eye for an Eye Blu-ray release, and it is worth checking out. Of course, it is English subtitles, and you get so much energy from this guy. So I would have loved to have been able to understand this one, because he did work as the assistant director on this movie under Tsui Hark, which is just wonderful. And then also on that other disc, you have got an HD trailer that runs for 1.5 minutes. A very, very cool cut. I mean, you watch this trailer, you want to see this movie. It is that good. Now, with this disc that I have in the director's cut, it's a different story altogether. This movie is insane. There's animal cruelty in there that some of you may not enjoy, like, or, want to watch. But it's there. It's a very, very dark and twisted movie. Now, saying that, this one runs for about 3 to 4 minutes longer than the theatrical cut. It's a different storyline altogether, pretty much. And a lot of those scenes that have been cut are reconstructed and replaced, but very low res with burnt in English subtitles. Now, there's quite enough of them that I felt like I was watching a Spectrum Films release with English subtitles for the first time. So I kind of got the gist of what was going on there. Thankfully, I did watch the other version with the podcast on Fire Guys first with the audio commentary, and I knew what was coming. But when you watch this other version and you get many of those low-res scenes cut in, it does throw you off a wee bit because the quality is so shit. But it's great to see that complete version all together and see the difference between the two cuts. Absolutely wonderful. You've also got in the bonus features a presentation from Christoph Gans, the director of Brotherhood of the Wolf. I'm guessing it's the same Christoph Gans. This ran for about 45 minutes. A collection of pieces from the movie and others, and clips and shots, things like that. I'm sure it's an interesting piece. It's mostly delivered in French, of course. There is bits with Choi Hark there that he delivers in English, but it's very much about the mixed languages throughout there. Then you have a presentation by, let me get this right, Panos Kotzatanasis, who basically is just delivering a piece to camera. Nothing enthralling whatsoever. He's very straight into the lens, delivering it in English, which is wonderful. Just basically talking about the movie, his experience of watching it and so on. But that runs for just over 6 minutes in length. And much like Brett Ratner calls Choi Hark Chewie Hark. Maybe I've been saying it wrong my whole life. I've always known him as Choi Hark, but Panos and Brett Ratner call him Chewie, and it's not the only ones I've heard call him Chewie, which cracks me up. Then we have a fabulous interview on this disc with Choi Hark himself. This, again, absolutely well worth checking out. I mean, regardless of the fact that this doesn't have English subtitles, there is enough going on here with the bonus features that, for me, makes this an absolute perfect buy. So this interview with Choi Hark runs for just under 26 minutes in length. It's all delivered in English, and fascinating again to hear the insights to this particular movie of this younger Choi Hark's career, because it is quite, when you look at throughout his whole filmography, this is kind of a period and a movie that really stands aside from everything else that he delivered there. So it is absolutely well worth checking out. Then you have a Belgian film student, Christophe van den Troost, delivering another, I guess, just piece to camera, running for just over half an hour in length, but an interesting one nonetheless, where he talks about his love for Hong Kong cinema, for this movie in particular, and other, I suppose, links to Choi Hark and the Hong Kong film world that he has studied and really become a huge fan of, which is great. And then you have an interview in Cantonese only, of course, optional French subtitles, with screenwriter Sido Chuk On. Runs for just under 8 minutes in length. Again, I couldn't get much from that, but I'm sure it would have been an interesting piece in listening to his stories, working with Choi Hark on creating such an incredible and intense, violent, dark and nihilistic movie. That was immediately pretty much banned by the censors in Hong Kong at the time. And that's where the theatrical version comes in, that they had to redirect it, reshoot it, recreate a new story that worked for general release there. But I mean, all in all, I'm so glad that I did pick this up when I was out in Paris. Again, there were so many titles to choose from, but this, I felt, just was drawing me in. It's something I've always wanted to see for some time. My only hope is that someone like Vinegar Syndrome, or perhaps 88 Films, gets their hands on it soon and gives us the full uncut version with English subtitles. I doubt that's going to happen, but who knows. Anyway, for me though, this definitely a double thumbs up. Super glad that it's finally in my collection, out now from Spectrum Films. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews and follow me on Instagram at Invincible Asia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu and I will see you soon.